Hear ye, hear ye. It's the lucky number 13 edition of the Swolecast Best Ball Edition. Best Ball Summer continues. I'm out here breaking stories a week before they happen. We've got some value potential in Ayuk. We'll be doing a challenge draft and really just having lots of fun on today's show. It's going to be a fun show. We got everybody with their just freaking out with every training camp report, every highlight. We are going to do what a lot of people don't do, and that is just dissect it and tell you, here's what you need to worry about, and here's what you don't need to worry about. All that and more coming up on the Swolecast at RotoGrinders.com.
You David Static from the Swolecast? I was like, yep, that's me.
I just want you guys to know I'm total dust. I'm the problem.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Leave it to the guy with the crypto dunes, Abby, to not understand context.
I should have known you getting 30 likes was directly written by someone else.
You know me, I don't do a ton of research before the show.
I've put no research into this. Don't know if it's true at all.
You're on the right show.
To it, bro. Live a little.
Live a little.
Just live a little, guys.
All right. Some are calling me soccer sources. Some are calling me soccer scoops, snitch and kitchen, whatever you want to call me. Soccer Dave, David Kitchen here alongside my co-host, Davis Maddock and Peter Overzet. Guys, how's it going?
Snitch and Kitchen's actually pretty good. You should roll with that.
Yeah.
I've been better, Dave.
What happened?
The first thing that went against me this offseason, really, Rondale Moore carted off with an air cast around his leg. So probably going to be the end.
How much did you have of him?
Are you really going to snitch and Peter? More like
it. Well, are you just doing a bit like, oh, he's one of the 19 short players I lay claim to?
No,
or
I had
drafting a lot of him.
$633 for 19% exposure.
Gosh.
All right, then rest in peace. My God.
Yeah, I think y'all were the ones making fun of me because of the Mooney exposure. Mooney cats ever going to the Mooney. But that was my stance. I have zero Rondale Moore this year.
Mooney is a bona fide smash now. I moved him about 15 spots up in my rankings.
Yeah.
Are the Mooney heads going to do what the Jordan Addison faders did, where they're like, they post their screenshot like right after the suspension rumors, and they're like, I had 0% Jordan Addison. I knew he was going to get 2 misdemeanors. I knew Rondale Moore was going to get hurt. Look at my 46% Darnell Mooney.
Yeah, but Dortch is just out there making plays though.
Yeah, like let's knock on wood, dude. Like, come on.
I'm in alignment on there. If you would go ahead and like and subscribe, because we are just getting dozens of subscribers by the show, and the road to 10K is a marathon, not a sprint. As it's like the equestrian event, not the 100 meters event. So it'll be interesting to see when we do get there, and when we do, it's gonna be taken off. All right. Anything we want to get to before we set the table and get to our drafts? Anything we need to say before we get into the overview, Davis?
I don't know. Did your sources have anything on this Ayuk trade? Did they know what the compensation is going to be? Is Roman Wilson getting traded to the 49ers? Like, what's your source have on that?
If I did have a source, I would have shared it. And also, yes, I did break a story 6 days before Schefter Rapp broke the story, and people were in Schefter and Rapp's mentions with saying, "Credit Soccer Dave. Soccer Dave had it first." And while I appreciate it, I also just need to let you guys know that's not the way we win over the hearts and minds of everyone out there. So, Pretty Ricky, I am not. I just get takes and I give them out there I get scoops and I give them out there as they come. And I don't need any attribution. What I do, as we've seen on the show, is for the people, is for the fans.
It's for the community.
So, yes. With that being said, what also is for the fans is the Overzets overview.
Got that dog in the butt. Got that dog in the butt. Overzets overview. Come on.
All right. I got a lot going on over here right now.
Who's in what draft? It's hard to say.
All right, let's just get to this and then I'll figure out how to multi-table this stream. Davis did a stream with all 4 BBM champs yesterday, but somehow didn't have David Kitchen on at the top of the show.
Yeah,
that'd be like streaming. Yeah, it would be like streaming with Adam and Eve, but not having God on. I'm the father of the modern best ball tree, nowhere to be found. I'm sorry for the snub, Kitchen. Davis is already furiously brainstorming how to recapture the enthusiasm around the hit stream. There's concerns, though, that best ball stream with all 3 mini Schnauzer champs just won't have the same draw. Davis is going to be sliding into your DMs if you finish top 100 in the Chow Chow here soon. Congratulations to Tennessee Titans insider David Kitchen on correctly forecasting the Quandre Diggs signing. I mean, really, the only difference between Dave and Pretty Ricky is millions of impressions and engagement. So otherwise, indistinguishable. Unfortunately, Dave's insider contacts failed to let him know that his favorite 19th round click on DraftKings will be backing up Justin Fields this year. You win some, you lose some. Kitchen, how those Russell Wilson bags looking?
Not true.
This Brandon Ayuk saga has taken lots of twists and turns, including Davis posting a photoshopped IG story of Ayuk saying he was headed to the Steelers.
Turns out,
in a massive moment of growth, Davis actually deleted the tweet. That's how you know he's a lib. That's how you know he's a lib. Kitchen would have pinned it on his profile. Like the tweet.
Change my picture to a dog, Abby.
In other news, Davis released his 2024 fantasy football cheat sheet where he said he aggregated ADP across a lot of sites. Nothing helps me get ready for my ESPN home league quite like having Sleeper and Yahoo ADP averaged in. Thank you for that, Davis.
Is that not helpful?
It is.
People draft on a single platform. They want to know who the values are on the specific league.
Don't you want to know who the values are regardless of where you're drafting, though?
Whatever. Buy Davis's draft guide for $4.99 on his Patreon. All right, let's finish up here with some other big fantasy news in these circles. RotoGrinders hired Neil Orfield. I hope Better Collective got a senior citizens discount on that one. Neil was a strategic hire by the company since his insurance is already covered by Medicare.
Oh my God.
DFS paparazzi caught Orfield and Dan Bach finalizing the deal at a Minnesota Sizzler. Bystanders overheard them bonding over episodes of Golden Girls. In 4 weeks, we'll be discussing week 1 NFL salaries. Until then, let's keep trying to get top 2, win it. Back to you, Dave.
Top 2, win it.
Top two, win it. I think that's what we're going for. One of my favorite parts about this little stretch that we're in is Davis posting every conspiracy theory that his followers mentioned to him, and then nothing being like turning out true.
Can you name one example of that?
Like there have been multiple instances where stuff has been debunked like right away. Like I saw a clip.
I literally can't think of one.
On ship chasing, I saw a clip where they're like, "Oh, I guess it's not true."
So you're talking about the one thing that Pete already just mentioned, the Brandon Ayuk thing, which by the way is going to happen. Like Brandon Ayuk is going to be a Steeler.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It seems
it's going to. Everyone's saying it now.
every meme account, meme insider account, like, is this going to be the first trade that is broken with a meme? You know, it's like the Galaxy
memes.
Brain meme or something that announces the trade officially that Schefter's forced to retweet.
Yes. Yeah. This is going to be, Pretty Ricky and like Shooter McGavin accounts are the ones breaking this.
Oh man.
Just so people know, we've got am I in this draft?
Yes. You took Bijan Robinson at 7.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So
I'm looking at the Soccer Dave badgeless account in here.
Oh, it said need 11 more to start.
Well, you're about up again. Did you click on a Superflex Pomeranian?
No, I'm in this draft, but at first it said 11 more to start.
Right, because I registered and I was the last one to fill a lobby. So it's snap filled and then I had to hop into the next one.
All right. Good. All right.
That's why I was tilting.
Nice. All right.
I hate multi-tabling. I know it's Davis's dream.
Cry me a river, Pete. I do it with like different sites. I'll have one DraftKings site up and one underdog site up, and drafting at the same time.
And we know how that works out for you. We've seen your work.
No, I will not take the slander. Not when Darnell Mooney is on the rise. Not when Malik Neighbors and Cooper Kupp. You guys made fun of the Cooper Kupp,
and we were 100% right to do it,
you were
immediately after the show, 3 people sent us teams that they had with Neighbors and Kupp with Christian McCaffrey instead of Calvin Ridley.
Okay, and what happened to Christian McCaffrey? It's exactly what I said. He's got a calf strain now. RIP those lineups.
Also, I let this go by, and Davis, you even agreed with this. Rondell Mooney has nothing to do with Rondell Mooney. Rondell Moore has nothing to do with Darnell Mooney. Nothing has changed for Darnell Mooney.
Well, I think Rondell's better than Mooney. So now all Rondell has to do is beat out Casey Washington for targets.
Well, it sounds like Ray McLeod is actually who has to beat out for targets. But Rondell wasn't ever going to run ahead of Mooney. They were going to give him the gadget stuff, give him a little carry out of the backfield.
Going to run ahead. That's my truth. Pete, here's the difference between you and I. I draft my truth serum takes. Like, you have your truth serum takes, but you don't let it impact your decision making. I just live my truth serum.
Okay, I want to know how high is too high for Malik Neighbors now. Hot Sizz Sauce went Neighbors at 13. How high is too high for Neighbors?
We've already explained why that particular combination is terrible. Like,
okay,
terrible.
I'm not talking about the draft that I aced last week. I'm talking about individually Neighbors. How high is too high for him?
You can justify him there at the 1-2 turn in the same way you justified Cooper Kupp there last week.
Yeah.
I drafted them both.
Like, if you were drafting in the Poodle 2 that just launched, I think you could take him there because you're not combinatorially worried about him being paired with CD or McCaffrey.
You guys are going to make me
Davis,
do it.
David has never been combinatorial worried in his goddamn life.
Yes, about anything. I have been plenty combinatorial worried many times.
Since when?
Just live a little.
If you were ever going to be combinatorially worried, it was last week when you took Kupp and Neighbors at the 1-2 turn.
Okay. I do need to revisit my prompts from Pete. From PD prompts, because
I do too. The multi-tabling plus the prompts plus trying to do the oversets overview. This is too much.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right.
I did start with one though. Got a good Ohio State boy here, and that's not a full spoiler, but I will say Garrett Wilson there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on pace. You're on pace. All right, I'm going to take Stephon Diggs here. When you really get into the math of the Houston Texans and you start breaking it all out from projections, it's kind of hard to see if you give them, a small bump in pass rate over expectation. They were actually 25th in the NFL in pass rate over expectation last year. You think that they probably will get a little bit more pass heavy, signified by the addition of Diggs. Feels like CJ Stroud is actually probably a little underdrafted right now, and the same would be true of Diggs, Nico, and Tank.
Someone roll back the tape to Davis being relieved that I took CJ Stroud 10 picks past ADP.
That might have been a hint to my. That might have been a hint to my prompt, Peter. That might have been a hint to my prompt.
Yeah, Peter, you got to pay attention. All right, training camp stuff. Josh Downs goes down today after we were hearing good things from him at camp. He was listed as the starters. Do we have an update, Davis?
He's got a high ankle sprain. He's going to be out for a month. That is a brutal injury for slot wide receiver. Yeah, not great. All right, I'm going to select Amari. I'm going to select Amari Cooper here. I think that Cooper has that elite single game ceiling. You know, he's probably going to be a relatively low advance rate player, but I think he's got incredibly high ceiling in weeks 15, 16, and 17.
Okay. Average Amari. If you have, man.
Kitchen's about to learn the Cortland Sutton button.
Dude, Kitchen and I both with 2 running backs through 4 rounds. My high brother over there.
I know. I got Bijan and Derrick Henry, Cooper Kupp and George Pickens. Honestly, all 4 of these guys could go like top 12, you know?
Top 2 win it.
Yeah, like these guys are all
to me right now, Pickens absolutely untouchable, like literally unclickable. I think I moved him down 20. I moved him down like 15 spots in my rankings.
What is that, like late 5th?
Yeah, like after Keenan, after Rashi,
before
like
Hopkins.
The whole, like, they're going to be a low pass rate team. Ayuk is probably better than him at earning the short to intermediate targets. And he was an effective downfield receiver. I'm honestly projecting Fields to start more of the games than Russ, even if he doesn't start week 1.
He's not listed as the week 1 or listed atop the depth chart, Davis.
Yeah, true. He's radioactive to me right now because he's going to be, if this trade happens, he is going to be the biggest faller, the biggest non-injury faller.
And Davis, what if it doesn't happen?
Then he'll adjust.
You've just missed out on generational wealth.
Probably not. Pickens is like probably kind of thin. It's all single game ceiling anyways.
So Davis, I agree with you that he absolutely would need to fall. I am hesitant though to think that the market would actually do that. Like, remember what the market did with DJ Moore, where it's like all of it is like they bring in Keenan Allen, they draft Roma Dudze, and his ADP dropped like 4 spots.
Like, I think people are rightfully scared of Fields quarterbacking for a whole season though, with 2 guys.
Yeah, I just think there's enough people who can talk themselves into him still having the spike week, similar to the DJ Moore thing, where they're like, all right, the volume won't be there, but he'll still have a couple of those 30+ point weeks, and I'll draft him in the late 4th. Like, I just don't know if he would ever fall to where the ranks even have him.
It's possible, and if that means that my Pickens bags are packed at this point, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is don't draft scared. Scared.
I'm not really scared
money.
At all.
Don't make money, Davis.
Well, I'm not really scared at all. It's just like logically reacting to where a player is being drafted.
That's not. You're logic reacting based on something that has yet to happen.
It's good. It's gonna happen. It's happening, bro.
Davis, stay off the 4chan NFL boards and
now even beats associated with the teams are saying it's going to happen. Like
what does Polymarket have as the odds right now?
Here, I'll give everyone a hint. Polymarket relates to Peter's challenge.
Okay. All right. I still think that Russ has something in the tank. Like if you're high on Fields, you need to at least consider.
All right, I'm gonna take Kyle Pitts here. I think that Pitts did have that 1,000-yard season as a rookie. Now Rondale Moore is going to be out for the season, working through the projections. You start to try and allocate, if you give Cousins 7.5 YPA and Pitts a 22% target share, you're looking at possibly a tight end 1 overall season in his range of outcomes.
Okay. I like it.
Going Kenneth Walker here. Grubb coming in from the University of Washington.
Yeah.
Been talking a lot about how that spread open system is going to kind of benefit all parts of that offense. I think the Seattle offense probably overall is undervalued, and Walker again does give us that elite single game ceiling. So we're going to take Kenneth Walker as my running back 1.
Okay.
Walker is going to be an ADP riser here soon because of all of the Grubb comments.
The drum beat.
Yeah, because of someone finally realizing that he can catch passes. Here's what I'm doing, guys. You know what I'm doing?
We'd all love to know.
Yeah. Stock markets might have been crashing. Injury reports.
They're already
depth
back,
charts.
Dude. They're already the stock market's already back.
And that's what I'm saying. I bought the dip. I bought the dip on all these guys. Hopkins in the 9th round, automatic. Addison in the 9th round, getting him too. Anyone that's got any sort of question mark around him. Bo Nix, did I freak out momentarily? Yes. When I saw he was the third string.
What was the
unofficial depth chart had Zach Wilson instead of ahead of him.
That's the most normie reaction you could ever possibly have.
Oh, I know. But I mean, it still happened.
Okay.
I'm not saying it wasn't a normie reaction.
Where is the Dell drafter took Hurts, baby? We are gonna push CJ Stroud. Gonna push it real good.
So it's like if you're like live betting tennis and you get behind, like you've got Joker.
Have you even noticed your mentee Fiddle My Gooch is drafting right next to you?
I do notice that now. Johnson.
How do you feel with Chris Godwin as your wide receiver 3 in this room?
Buddy, Chris Godwin's gonna be playing slot, and that's his natural role. So just feed him. Just feed him the ball. Something happens to Evans.
Yeah, you do love guys who are down bad. You know, all the research basically suggests risers don't rise enough and fallers don't fall enough in this stuff. What do you think about that, Dave?
Disagree. Hard disagree.
I disagree.
Hard disagree. I think the market moves perfectly efficient and it snaps into correct efficiency.
Watson's ADP. Watson's ADP has actually risen. Like it's harder to get him like in the 160s now.
Well, yeah, he's been healthy. Well, relatively. I mean, he's on a schedule.
Who's taking DeAndre Hopkins at pick 76 in this economy?
Fungo chicken. Anchoring effect there. Man, 7th round now is like just the woat. 7th round and like the 14th round, you get on the clock there and you're like, this is just, it's destitute.
I think it's how I feel about like the 9th round. It's
no 9th round. 9th round is nutted.
With who?
All the running backs. Yeah, all the running backs. You got the Bengals guys. You got Tajay. You got Javonte.
Oh, what happened to Ladd McConkey?
It's got like an ankle thing.
Yeah, not worried. I'm buying the dip.
I should take unsex CJ Stroud. He helps me fulfill my prompt.
He does. That is true.
That is true. I can't do it. I can't, but that'd be very funny.
It would be a good bit, but yeah, you're right. Let's see. How are you doing on your prompt?
Pretty good. Honestly.
Yeah, pretty good.
The start, two of my wide receivers just bam.
Yeah.
let's see here. Can I accomplish anything with this pick? I need to keep taking wide receivers. It seems like Jordan Addison isn't going to get suspended, y'all.
Maybe, maybe not. Dang it.
I did. Hot sauce did get me on this one. I was gonna try and style points, push Stroud around the corner and take James Conner instead, but I gave him James Conner out of fear because he spooked me.
He should.
You guys, should I jump the shark? Should I jump? No, I'm not gonna jump the shark. I am gonna take.
Or are you gonna take like Bowers?
No, I was gonna take Chase Brown.
Oh, Chase Brown would be a very Davis pick at 85.
Shit, I don't really know what to do. I don't know who helps me fulfill my mission here. I'm going to take DeAndre Swift because he correlates with Kenneth Walker. I think that Swift, after the Hall of Fame game, seeing Khalil Herbert and Roschon Johnson playing in the third quarter of that game, it's like, sure, maybe that doesn't nuke them necessarily, but I think it does paint a pretty clear picture that the Bears coaching staff views Swift as the entrenched starter, and it's very much a competition between those two guys for the backup job. And the backup job might not be that valuable. Like I think we sort of thought heading into the offseason, it would be that valuable, but we talk a lot about the value of a guy who can consolidate the high value touches. And I would imagine that Swift is going to be doing that.
Man, it might have had something to do with your prompt, but it's like, can we really be clicking DeAndre Swift over Raheem Mostert these days?
That had nothing to do with my prompt, like the player selection. It's more about the logic of each prompt.
Okay, I have cooled down a little bit on the A-Chain love.
Of all the players to cool down on, what could possibly come?
I've seen some expert takes on him being.
What podcast did you listen to?
I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say.
Did you got the Fantasy Points newsletter that said he was a fade?
He's smaller. He's been hurt. Like they got Jalen
Wright.
That
to everyone I know, like a chain letter.
Forward this to 10 of your friends, or you'll finish last in your league.
Yesterday on the stream with all the best ball champs, we got A-Chain on the first 3 drafts, and one of the chat people was like, "Aren't you worried about taking A-Chain?" And then someone else in the chat said, "Oh no, the guy who scored 50." And I was like, that is the perfect way to think about it. Like, oh, I'm too loaded on the guy who scored the most points in a game last year.
Until the same people, Davis, come to you with the logic for Pickens. You're afraid to take Pickens, the same guy who scored 40 in week 16 last year?
I'm not afraid of Pickens. I have
you are Davis. You moved him down 20 spots based on a rumor.
Terrified.
I've got 11.4%, $374 worth of.
Yeah, but that was before this. That was before this. Now you are absolutely afraid of Pickens. You can't say, well, a week ago I was not afraid of Pickens. That does not have the same tone as this.
Dave, I am not afraid of George Pickens at all. It's not a rumor. It's done.
When Kitchen says rumor, it kind of showed a little bit of a turf war with Pretty Ricky kind of not acknowledging him as a real NFL insider.
Yeah.
Do you harbor a little bit of a grudge, a little animosity? You see, I mean, that guy literally just posts a photo with like a dog wearing a Giants hat and gets 1 million retweets.
Okay. I need you guys. I'm going to go like full boomer right here. You know how Davis was like, I don't know who Tim Ferriss is. I've heard the name Pretty Ricky. I don't get though, like,
go off.
You guys need to give me like a TLDR of Pretty Ricky.
He broke some trade last year.
Okay. What trade was it? Like a big trade?
I do not know.
And now like he keeps on predicting things.
That seems to be the long and short of it. Yeah.
Okay.
He is what, you know how like over the years in like the NBA, we keep getting more athletic freaks. They get bigger and stronger, and yet they can shoot and handle the ball. And there's just this evolution. The evolution of the new age NFL reporter is they can shit post and they have sources. And it's like this hydroform.
Jack is your friend. Jack is your friend. So
Jack's not a shit poster.
Okay. Jack literally doesn't. He literally doesn't get shit posting.
He doesn't. He couldn't do it if he did know how to.
I would love to get Adam Schefter and like Rappaport's unfiltered thoughts on Pretty Ricky. I bet they would get pretty riled up.
That's what it's like. The person that informed me that this Diggs move was happening afterwards is like, I can't believe you didn't get credited. I'm like, I was never going to get credited for this. But then I started thinking, what if Schefter in his original tweet said, as first reported by Soccer Dave, it would have broken the fantasy.
What would you have done? What would you have done with that exposure? Like, would you have tried to sell RotoGrinder subs? Like, would you have directed people to this channel?
Yeah. Yeah. Sign up for Fantasy Labs. Promo code Swole20 to see the long draft kit. Yeah. It's my SoundCloud.
All right. So I did Javonte and Judy back-to-back picks there. I almost did Wicks.
Why Judy? Why Judy?
Because I have Amari Cooper, and now I'm setting up a double stack after ADP.
I thought you hated Judy.
Yeah.
It's one of the things where you need to remain Bayesian about. As the offseason has progressed, the reporting has been fairly positive, even though Judy's had this, I believe, a hip injury. Maybe it was a calf injury, but he's on like a rep count at practice. But it seems like they have relatively serious plans for him. And at wide receiver 60,
are you trying to draft the team that Pete would draft? Is that what this prompt is like?
You're very close to the prompt. You're very close. I will say you've not landed the plane, but you
understand where the plane's landed, you'll laugh at that.
You will laugh. Yeah.
Is it something like give Pete logic for each pick?
No.
Okay.
That's colder.
Okay.
But Judy, he's going behind some guys who are like pure hopium, let's be real. I've got 30% Dontavian Wicks. Like we need to settle down on Dontavian Wicks in the 9th round, which is fine. I'm fine with where I'm at, but I don't need same thing I feel about Burton. Like I don't need to add more to that bag because the bag is already packed.
All right, Kitchen. Latest update from Jordan Schultz, who's an actual reporter who doesn't have a dog as his avatar. He says there's still no deal between the 49ers and Steelers on a trade that would send Ayuk to Pittsburgh per multiple sources. The two sides have spoken. They continue to speak, and the situation remains very fluid. But as of this post, there's no agreement on all sides.
Well, don't the Steelers now have leverage after a report came out that that he didn't want to go to the Patriots?
That's what I heard. Yeah. And this is why now Brandon Ayuk's trying to have all of his cake and eat it too. He's like, I want this contract, but I want to play on a good team. And it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like you either have to go get that bag. Dude, how down bad are the Patriots? They threw so much money at Calvin Ridley and he was like, nah. They threw all this money at Ayuk. He's like,
there was drink for the Athletic reference. There was an article on the Athletic this morning about this very thing, about the Patriots disappointment inside the organization that they can't get a wide receiver.
Well, they're going to have to show that they have a quarterback. If you're a receiver,
that's what the article is. It's basically there's a lot of pressure on Drake May because no receiver wants to come play here.
Of course. And that means that they're going to have to feature Drake May this year. That's why the Brissett stuff about him being quarterback for the whole season doesn't make sense.
Pete, I moved AD Mitchell up very marginally in my rankings with the Downs high ankle thing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think he was already priced, at kind of the tippity top, so you don't want to overreact to it. But it definitely gives me way more confidence clicking him there.
Yeah. All right, Dave.
We got what's up with this Caleb Williams fall, man? Caleb Williams still on the board at 112. I might raw dog him.
You mean?
Yeah, sorry. Pick 128. His ADP is 112.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost did, but this mission saved me from not doing that. I like him a lot. I like him a lot. I did not watch Hard Knocks yet.
Like the Monrod drafter. I really could have used Goff there. I think I am in a raw dog, Caleb.
I will give you that Caleb, by the New York Times definition of your mission, Caleb definitely helps fulfill your mission.
Yeah, what am I gonna do here? All right, I'm gonna take Caleb. Yeah, we're doing it.
All right, I'm gonna take Rico Dowdle. There was that Stephen Jones quote about Royce Freeman, special teams guy. Now he's injured.
All right, your prompt is the news hound prompt. Every single.
It's not.
No,
no, it's not.
That's me normally.
Yeah, Dave, you're a big news hound.
Did you see Dowdle's taking
hound?
Peter, you are like so close. You are pounding on the door.
Oh boy. All right. Do we want to just service the auto listeners and run down our teams? I've got with Davis and Pete about to pick. Say my team. I got Bijan and Derrick Henry as my running backs, and then Cooper Kupp, Pickens, Godwin, McConkey, Josh Palmer, and Jacoby Myers as my wide receivers. And then Lamar and Njoku and Pat Freiermuth as my tight ends.
You literally can't help yourself. You can't help. It's like you got to get a Brown. You have to get a Brown.
Do you not? I mean, Njoku could be the sexy pick.
I mean, I think taking him over Bowers is bad, but whatever. Go with God.
Andy from the Fantasy Footballer said that he's like one of his most owned players going into this season. So you have anything bad to say?
Fascinating.
You have anything bad to say about him? You take it up,
David. Getting inside the mind of a casual best ball player. Like I wish I could tell you how much I look forward to doing this show with you every single week.
But Davis, you say casual best ball player, and yet
I think getting talking points from the Fantasy Points newsletter and the Fantasy Footballers podcast.
The receipts I have as far as best ball finals, top 150 in the Drafters Championship, like
I don't know if we've confirmed that it was top 150.
It was top 150.
Davis, can you do a stream with Dave where you name the stream with guy who finished maybe top 150 in the Drafters 2023 Championship?
There were 500,000 entries 2 years ago in the DraftKings best ball, and I was top 100. So
Dave,
yeah.
Do you have time on Thursday to come on my YouTube channel?
Sure. What time?
You choose in between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
Oh, bro, that's working hours. I'm busy.
Sure.
Can I
between 9 to 5?
Can I promote Fantasy Labs or RotoGrinders on the stream?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Davis is Switzerland now. You know, you can go promote whatever you want there.
You can literally promote whatever you want, dude.
I'll do it in the office. There you go.
Including
Dan Bach can come on. That would be a good bit. Drafting a team with DB would be a good bit, actually. All right.
Didn't he do one last year?
All right, Steel Cat. What are we doing here?
Oh, Steel Cat.
Uncorrelated, no bring back.
This is bad.
Don't love that. I really hate that, actually.
That's bad for me too, Davis. If it makes you feel better.
You know, the Darnell Mooney thing, though, we kind of skipped past it. I think, again, getting back to the projections, you start to do the Falcons stuff and you use, the pass rate over expectation from Cousins Vikings years. I mean, I don't know how you avoid Mooney now taking out Rondale stuff. Like Rondale, like an 8-9% target share. I'm sorry, but Ray McLeod, 0.96 yards per route run with Kyle Shanahan. He is not an NFL player. Mooney and Pitts, I think, are jams now. And I never thought that I would be pumping Darnell Mooney like on my bingo card for the year. That was truly one of the last things. But you gotta be water, Dave.
Yeah, no, you do. And you also have to realize when water is wet. And that's what I was doing when I said Mooney was a smash play in the 150s. Those were just facts. And you guys made fun of me. You patronized me just like you did when I called out Puka Nacua last year.
I would love to see that clip. If you can find that clip of you touting him and us laughing at you,
Peter, I regretfully. Well, we didn't laugh at him, but Dave,
you did laugh. You did.
I want to see the clip. If it exists, I want to see it.
Okay.
So what he did was he wanted to play him in the week 1 DFS lineup, and
no, this is before that. But this was also the week 1.
You don't DFS get a best ball credit for wanting to play him in week 1 DFS.
Guess who was on my drafters top 150 team?
It also has to be on a real site where you drafted it.
Puka and Kyron Williams. So glad I didn't.
And the fact that you didn't finish higher speaks to what an awful drafter you are.
Well, it's because of one player. I would have legit gotten top 20 instead of top 150. I drafted Najee Harris over a running back. I forget which running back it was, but it was like legit a huge difference. So, and all you guys saying you didn't win. Well, guess what? It's a cumulative scoring. It's like there are hundreds of thousands of teams in that thing.
Dave, you know, I finished 3rd in the Drafters Championship.
BFD.
Totally. Oh, Soccer Dave, getting your hand in the dirt with Justin Fields as your 3rd quarterback with Herbert and Lamar. Why don't you go into that process?
Felt cute. You know, guys, I kind of try to tell you this. I don't know if you're listening, but it's top 2, win it. You gotta, like, one quarterback gets you in, top 2. The other quarterback gets you in.
Dave has been attending the hit him with the gritty school of advanced rates.
One guy has to get you in to win it.
We need Claypool to make the team. Otherwise, I am actually worried about gritty.
He's not though, right? Like he's fighting for like 4 or 5 other guys for that.
He's behind Tyrell Shavers right now.
A lot of people, if they had like a best ball, genie, and you're like, grant me these wishes, they'd be like, I win best ball mania. Like one of mine would be Chase Claypool makes the team for gritty. That's how much I care about the ecosystem. I would use one of my best ball wishes on that.
Yeah. Dave, how are you feeling about your wide receiver room? Just like you look at Godwin, Palmer, Myers.
Not great, but it also has to do with my challenge. So like I knew when this challenge was given to me that this was likely going to happen.
Pete, I gotta say, Aaron Rodgers doesn't fulfill your mission, but it's very mission adjacent. So I commend you for that one.
Yes, I misplayed this stuff so bad. I should have reached and pulled up Cole Kmet with Caleb, and I didn't.
Caleb Williams as a Bear, also on brand.
I know, man. Do you think he fell 28 picks because there was the shot of him with the purse on Hard Knocks? Is that why he's falling?
I thought that was an RFK joke.
It was. I was making an RFK. I was making an RFK joke to Peter.
Well, there actually is footage of him with a purse that people are upset about.
No. Let's talk about the Chiefs. Notorious Swolecast promoted kicker Harrison Butker is rich now. But aside from that, Davis, what's going on with the wide receiver core?
It's exactly what you want. They're all having incredible camps. They're all healthy. What more could you ask for? They're going to lead the NFL in points. They're going to lead the NFL in yards.
I've seen at least on DK, just it's almost Rice has flipped Brown. So
yeah, I think on PPR that's right. I think he'll continue rising on Underdog as well. But I wonder if Worthy and Brown are better fits for touchdown heavy scoring.
Yeah. Pete, do you have any takes as far as wide receivers from the Chiefs?
The takes on the segment you set up by just shoehorning in Harrison Butker's new contract.
Well, you said that you drafted him off of Vibe, so he's on the Chiefs. It's family value. So it's like he's a friend of the show.
Family values.
Yeah. He's friend of the show.
Friend of the show.
I want to know. You don't have to talk about Harrison Butker if you guys don't want to.
Pete, you took Mims.
Yeah.
Pete.
Gosh dang it. Gosh,
I just want to know. I have been buying the dip. I've been buying the dip on Brown as well. Because now he's like in the 60s on DK. So am I doing it wrong would be the question.
When in doubt, yes.
6 running back room. Normally don't do a 6 running back room. I didn't take my first one until pick 62. If you look at my draft capital buckets, I'm still in bucket 5 for the running backs. So I think that is probably the right move. Got McCaffrey as the bring back to the double Falcon stack. Feeling pretty good about this team.
I'm not feeling good at all about my team, and that should tell you something.
Yeah, I wonder if Josh Palmer is your wide receiver 5 has anything to do with that.
It's bad. It's really bad.
Peter's kind of making chicken salad out of his, although a totally naked and uncorrelated Caleb Williams doesn't feel that good.
It goes against everything I stand for. And I misplayed it. I should have just taken Kmet when I took Charbonnet. I didn't need Charbonnet. I just was in autopilot mode. Could have had Kmet. Fumbled it.
Well, you were multi-tabling, and so it's hard to keep everything straight. Your worst nightmare.
Things. I'm submitting this extra $25 as part of my invoice. Take it out of Neil Orfield's paycheck.
Well, when you get paid, you need to send me $25 for the challenge you gave me.
Yeah, send me a vendor request.
This last pick should tell people.
Kitchen, I have no clue what your prompt could possibly be, really.
Yeah.
Henry and Lamar.
It'd be tough for you to pick out what it was.
You got Fields and Freiermuth. You got Herbert and Ladd.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I guess look at the teams that I have multiple. Like, just look at the stacks.
Patriots, Chargers, Steelers, Ravens.
Yeah. Not Ravens, actually. I don't have them stacked.
AFC
Lamar unstacked.
AFC North.
No,
you have to do
the last pick will give it away once it happens.
Something with conferences or AFC or something.
Pete, can you list off your team?
Yeah. Caleb Williams unstacked, Aaron Rodgers, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kyron Williams, Brian Robinson, Devin Singletary, Zach Charbonnet, wide receivers, Garrett Wilson, go Buckeyes, T. Higgins, Jaden Reed, Jordan Addison, go Vikes, Jamison Williams, Marvin Mims, Malachi Corley, tight end, Dalton Kincaid, and Luke Musgrave.
Dave, you should be able to get Peters, I think.
Yeah, I just haven't paid attention.
I don't. Dave's gonna be stoked when he hears what my challenge was, but I don't know if the theme is laid on thick enough by my team.
It's probably not. You would have needed to get Burrow. I think if you had gotten Burrow, it would have been more evident. Burrow or Fields, or Burrow or Watson.
So that's a AFC North.
Nothing to do with divisions.
All right. I'm literally taking Roshan. I don't need a running back, but I refuse to let the haters say that I did a completely naked unstack because now that talking point is removed from their arsenal.
Jahmyr, Kyron.
Honestly, don't try to figure it out. You're not going to get it.
Beat writers from The Athletic that we think are good.
Here, I'll help. I'll help. We'll double down here. We'll get unless Davis takes him. I'm afraid to say it. Davis would want to take this guy too.
Oh no! What happened? What happened to Christian Watson?
I left him for you.
Yoshi. Yoshi in the 18th round is like a real treat these days. The slappies, they want to take him in the 15th.
Christian Watson is down.
He's back. Watson got up and walked off. Carry on, per Nick Vogel.
Okay. Whoo, boy. I think I said last week, I have very little Jaden Reed. I think I may have drafted like a $3 traffic lineup I did. Other than that, very little Reed or Dobbs.
What's a traffic
lineup?
You guys don't know what a traffic lineup is?
Is this like red light, green light, yellow light?
No. When you're in traffic, you fire up a $3 and it makes traffic go by that much faster. I'm serious. The only problem is sometimes, like, if you're merging or whatever, sometimes it doesn't.
Dave, honestly,
yeah.
Not even I can get on board with that. Truly.
Yeah, well,
it has to be worse than drunk driving, like trying to draft a team.
It's in traffic though. Like Nashville traffic is
just
bad.
Said, what if I have to merge?
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is dark, but feel free to play this at my funeral if something does happen.
Dave died doing what he loves, reaching for Deshaun Watson, 4 picks.
Just want you to know, I died doing what I love. And then $3 20 max on DK. And if that doesn't tell you,
top two, win it in traffic.
Yeah, it's instead of on the turn, it's on the turnpike.
Also, do you have? Are you gaslighting us, or has anyone else in the history of best ball ever said a traffic light team? Because you made it sound like that's just normal parlance.
I didn't say a traffic light team. I said a traffic team.
Traffic team.
Okay. Has anyone ever said that other than you?
I don't know. Maybe. But did I just say it? Yes.
A traffic
team. You guys work from home and stream from home and see like you don't really have to go anywhere. But for those people that are in traffic, that mass commute, that whatever, I guarantee you, this is not just me doing it. And you use the star method. It's a thing. Traffic lineups are a thing. And I guarantee you, it makes traffic like if you can get a draft done in a 45-minute span, it makes it go by really quick.
Giving new meaning to all of your teams looking like an accident, Dave.
Would you rather live or die in a car accident, but you drafted the BBM winner? So posthumously, you are awarded the $1.5 million.
Dude, I know Davis is taken posthumously, like just going down with the legacy. I'll host the stream next year, and I'll just draft with a cardboard cutout of you for the last one.
Doctors are drafting surgery teams out there that were CW89. Listen,
Pete, that was one of your best bits.
Celebrate, like it would end up being like a best ball day. It's like the day the BBM5 champ died, and we all have to like draft teams in his honor.
If you get a $3 20 max, just live a little and just try it with the star method. Don't do anything dangerous. Once you get on the open road, just kind of let the at least on DK, you can set the structure at a 3-6-8-3, and you have your ranks. You draft. It's really about the first half of the team. So once you get out of traffic and you're on the straightaway, it doesn't really matter what happens in the second half. So
I refuse to rubber stamp this advice from Dave.
Yeah, honestly, Dave, I live my life very dangerous, very stupidly, but even that is a bit much.
Okay. I'm not saying it's the smartest thing in the world, but also I've drafted a team with my eyes closed. So
And this weekend, I'll be doing it on the road, blindfolded.
You got auto assist now. You got cruise control. Like, I mean, really, it's just.
That's actually why Karain made the sidekick for people who are trying to draft in traffic.
I hit the guardrail in the highway.
Did he hit the guardrail while trying to spell Josh Wiley? Jared Wiley, too?
I'm actually down bad. That's the one guy, all my chick exposure, I'm down bad on that. I always thought Dave was a responsible one. I know. I'm sorry, guys. Think of the children.
Tough.
You guys are making it sound way worse than it actually is.
I don't know.
Dave, like there's not one person who in their right mind can say that this is a good idea, remotely something that society should be encouraging. You can say it helps you pass the time. You know what? Getting really drunk and high will also help pass the time in the car, Dave. We're not doing that either.
We're talking about bumper to bumper traffic. You guys never pick up your phone during bumper to bumper traffic?
No, man. Hands at 10 and 2.
Hey, when do you think I've ever driven in traffic?
I don't leave my house, Dave.
Yeah. I drive to the gym at 5 a.m., dude. I'm the only car on the road.
I'm not alone here. And
I just, if we're getting... Oh, go ahead.
If we're having... It's not the most dangerous thing I've done either while drafting a team. Do you want to know what the most dangerous thing I've done while drafting a team is?
Dave, we don't care what goes on in your bedroom. You know, that's between you and Holly.
No. Weed eating, trimming.
Now that's a great image.
I've drafted a team while mowing the lawn.
Yeah, same. That's a lawn lineup. That's what we call it.
Now I know what live a little actually means. You're only going to be living for a little bit of time if you draft and drive like Dave.
Someone said, Kevin Tompkins says, take that, Silva. All right. Yeah, I mow my own yard. I trim my own yard. All right, Peter, what were you going to say?
Underdog Automotive Club is taking the place of Underdog Cardio Club going forward. D. Do you know who actually probably does that? When I met up with Jennings when I was back in car, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, my Tesla, it's just it's completely self-driving. I just have to I basically make one turn the entire way." He probably is in there ripping drafts. I
guarantee you, CSU Ram 88 has drafted a car lineup. Yeah, a traffic lineup.
Yeah, because he can afford a car where he doesn't actually have to man it himself. Kitchen, I think you... Is it self-driving?
Kind of. With my knees. With my knees.
I did just get an email from YouTube where you can add community notes to like your video. Yes. And like they're going to have to come in here and be like, do not actually draft and drive.
Yeah, no, here's what I would say. Don't do it. Don't, if you're out there and you're like, I want to do this, don't do it. It's like when you see a video and it's like trained professionals only on a closed course road. That's what we're talking about. All right. Davis. Final thoughts? Oh, we got to guess our teams.
We're not going to do the mission?
Yeah, and then I got to go.
All right. Pete's mission was related to the presidential election. Can you guess it, Dave?
Oh, was it red or blue?
The vice presidential candidates from Minnesota and from Ohio. So Bengals, Browns, Vikings, and then Caleb Williams for the Bear, for RFK. And he took Aaron Rodgers.
Draft Kamara and Najee Harris for Kamala.
Oh yeah, Kamara Harris. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, I was. I grade your mission as passed.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I got the Addison, the Higgins, the Garrett Wilson were good starts there. And then Yoshi Voss, I did get another Bengal there for us. Kitchens was called the Pretty Ricky. Draft 2 players from each of the teams rumored to get Ayuk, Patriots, Steelers, and Browns.
Okay, wow, good mission. Past mission.
Good mission, but like when you think, and when he gave it to me, I knew like if you think of all those guys are like late round, like most of those guys, especially Pats. and Browns, and well, not Browns, Pats and Steelers. I knew were going to be like late round guys. Like that was tough, especially when Watson goes. I was hoping to get a Watson and Njoku stack. So my team is just gross. This is the one that will
Kitchen,
not.
We call that a Wednesday for you, brother.
No, so this is the one you can make fun. The Mooney takes, when I said Njoku, you can't make fun of that. When I said Puka last year, you can't make fun of that. But this one you can. It's perfectly okay. All right. Davis had the dupe me bro draft where he had to draft like another best ball influencer. So it was not you, Peter. It was Ben Gretsch.
I was trying to do Gretsch with Liam. So Liam for like the single game ceiling stuff, and Gretsch with the very long-winded explanations for every pick.
So is Pete frozen?
No, I was
he was just thinking.
I was reading an email. Great prompt. I like that.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Peter just duped me. Peter just went full Davis Maddock. He said, I'm over it.
Davis has entered his hustle era, and I've entered my Davis Maddock era.
Hey, speaking of which, Pete, do you want to be on my stream tomorrow?
Probably you just invited me to be on your stream tomorrow.
You said you're busy.
You wouldn't confirm.
I did confirm.
Okay.
I said I would do it from the office.
What time?
I don't know. 9?
That's not
10.
All right. Okay. Deal.
But I need to check. Let me check my schedule first.
Okay.
Let me see if I'm going to be in traffic at the time.
All right. I did see that Tuttle has agreed. This is big news. Tuttle has agreed to put his face on the college football product here at RotoGrinders.
Wow.
The man is, if you know Tuttle, like he doesn't really like to
do that.
Yeah, he's not like, but he is so much in the like college football streets. Pretty much said, put me on the poster. So, good news there. I lurk in that college football chat, and it is just always them talking. So sign up on RotoGrinders. Also, season-long rankings from our buddy Chris Raybon and Sean Kerner. They're now on Fantasy Labs. So go over there to get your season-long stuff. And I think that's it. Final thoughts, Peter.
Don't draft and drive. I just can't say that strong enough.
I agree.
Teams to Dave.
I agree. Don't draft and drive.
Yeah.
Davis.
Everyone, make sure to check out the Davis Maddock YouTube channel for Soccer Dave joining tomorrow.
There you go. Bring a little. Yeah.
I'm about to drop a new video on the Deposit Kingdom channel in about an hour or two. 9 breakout wide receivers to draft. No fluff.
Oh,
no fluff.
I got an invite to be on the Deposit Kingdom channel.
Yeah. I'm working with Sal.
Oh my God.
The Truth Serum show is going to happen. So I can't.
The only thing about the Truth Serum show is that like, it's like something that you're embarrassed to admit possibly. And I'm like, what am I embarrassed?
Yeah.
all my takes
kind of hard for you.
All my takes are already out there. Some people say,
yeah, I mean, maybe yours, we could just cut it and say you're like willing to risk your life to get a poodle team in.
All right. Thanks to Sosa for producing. Just stay on Twitter and X and really every piece of news that comes out, just freak out about it. That's the only logical way to go about it. And be scared. Be scared about any potential rumor that comes out. Sign up, click, subscribe, YouTube, everything else. We'll see you next time here on the Swolecast on RotoGrinders.com. Peace.